Vikings expected to name Kevin O'Connell their 10th head coach in history. All right, in a whirlwind of coaching drama all day, Jim Harbaugh is out, Kevin O'Connell is in, and we're going to be talking all about that. Before we get into that, remember, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get to 6,000 subs. We're talking Vikings every damn day. Let's do this, Lupagus.
Yes, it was an absolute whirlwind. New coach, new jacket, not new jacket, but you got to bring out the good stuff when you get a new coach in Minnesota Vikings. Not official yet, can't be official until after the Super Bowl, but it's everything. It's basically been announced. Kevin O'Connell will be the 10th coach in Minnesota Vikings history. And let's talk about the whirlwind. He was always, toward the top of our list. We kind of had him 5 when we first were naming a bunch of names, but slowly kept climbing up. DeMeco Ryans, Kevin O'Connell. This is what when we first came on and we said, what do we want? A new head coach. We want a young offensive mind like all these teams have that are having success, innovative offense. This is what we're going to get. A guy who's going to bring the Vikings offense into the modern age. We're going to see all kinds of crazy movement. We're going to see Justin Jefferson used in a variety of ways. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. And I'm absolutely stoked for this hire. Yes, we all got caught up in the Harbaugh hype, but this is going to be the right move going forward for the Vikings. This is potentially your next coach for the next decade.
Kevin O'Connell, drafted in 2008, third round. Didn't pan out to be a very good quarterback, but damn it, something tells me he's going to turn out to be one hell of a coach. The big thing with O'Connell, obviously, is not only is he just this up-and-coming coach, he's with Sean McVay, and hopefully we can be saying in a week and a half that he is a Super Bowl champion, Kevin O'Connell. I'm going to be Kevin O'Connell's biggest fan over the next week and a half to get that ring, get him nice and get that appetite wet for that Super Bowl so he can bring one to the Vikings.
Are you going to make like a sign?
I might make it. I'll hold it up in my living room, and he will know that I have it. So yes, he's got ties. He was there with Washington when Kirk Cousins was there. That will be obviously one of the biggest decisions right there, what he's going to do with that. Hopefully that's, I don't know. I mean, it's a good thing he's at least got a taste for Kirk Cousins, but very excited. Yes, Harbaugh, we were very excited about him. It's over, but it's very, very tough not to get excited about a young coach like this. Vikings, looking back at their history, they've never brought in a coach like this young, this ripe.
How young is he?
36.
36. Yeah, he's just a young lad.
Lad.
Apparently, according to Courtney Cronin, the Vikings are very impressed with his vision for the future of the franchise. So, he must have a great plan. And I don't know. It feels like that plan won't include Kirk Cousins because it feels like a youth movement, but we don't know. Like you said, that's going to be the number one decision, the one that we're going to hear about first and foremost. I'm sure he'll be just barotted. I made up a word. Barotted with questions. Barotted with questions about Cousins' future with the team. But again, one thing I do think I want to see him do, I want to see him find the defensive coordinator that maybe has been a coach in the past or has a ton of experience. A guy he can rely on, a guy he can go ask for help in certain situations, even just help him with the day-to-day activities, not activities, but just schedule being a coach. What do you got to do? How does this work? Team meetings, setting these things up. So a guy who's done it before, I think, would be absolutely huge for him. We saw McVay do it with Wade Phillips, and I'd like to see Kevin O'Connell do it with somebody else too.
Yeah, I could see him definitely bringing in some veteran-type coaches. We will see who that is. But we also have to buckle up a little bit and realize that this is probably going to be a little bit more of a rebuild mode opposed to if a guy like Harbaugh came in where it more been win now. Kevin O'Connell, we got to give him a lot of slack. He is young. He's coming into a team with some serious salary cap issues. Him and Kwesi need to be joined at the hip, make some fantastic decisions, but also be buckled up for maybe a bumpier road over the next year, 2 years, and not all of a sudden get on this guy, because we're kind of going in uncharted territories here for the Vikings where I can't remember the last time they were in full-blown rebuild mode, and I could see that coming up.
Yeah, it could definitely be coming in. Some kind of that quarterback position. If Cousins does go, then, do you go to Mond? Do you go to a bridge guy? Do you draft somebody? And that's where I think the real hiccups are going to come if you do have that young, inexperienced quarterback next year. And what makes it tough for this being, if this is rebuild starts as soon as this year, this NFC is going to be shit. And NFC North, especially if Rodgers gets out of here, completely up for grabs. Any team could really make a run here. And the Vikings, they have enough weapons to do that. I think they could even be competitive during the rebuild. But if it's a young, inexperienced quarterback, this could really set this team back.
And Kevin O'Connell should have the biggest chip on his shoulder ever. The Lions claimed him back in 2009, and then they traded his ass for a 7th-round pick to the Jets. Not only did he get traded from the Lions, he went to the Jets. This guy should be ready to roll. Let's go.
Yeah, we're going to be eating Dan Campbell's knees because Kevin O'Connell, he wants revenge on those damn kitties so bad. I didn't know that. That's a great fact that you pull on Kevin O'Connell. Well done.
I did it. I did it. Had to be done. Let us know, Kevin O'Connell. It's not official yet, but everything points to it happening. And it's tough to not be excited. Got to be excited. Hop on the train.
One thing before we sign off here, I also think that not just the offense is being innovative, but I think, when do we go for it on 4th down? I think we're going to see a lot more gambling, a lot more risky stuff that we see with these teams. You see the Chiefs do it. You see the Rams do it. I don't think we're going to see much of a conservative approach here. I think it's going to be a very aggressive team that we see now on the field.
I think it's going to be night and day. I think it's going to be crazy, the adjustment Vikings fans are going to have to make after what they've seen over the last handful of years. Even before that, Leslie Frazier, Brad Childress. It's not like we've ever been crazy, and I think things are going to get a little nutty. It's going to be nuttier than squirrel turds.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be damn fun. I'm excited. I'm 100% on board with Kevin O'Connell. Well done, Kwesi.
Well done, Kwesi. And also, I mean, I don't want to get too far into this, but we mentioned this in our live show. New young quarterback, new young GM. 1st-round quarterback definitely could be in the cards.
Absolutely. You got Malik Willis looking good down there at the Senior Bowl. Kenny Pickett down there as well. You got some 2nd-round options right now, like Carson Strong. So there's definitely some ways they could go. I don't want them to force it. I don't want to force that pick, but every new regime wants their guy, and they want that guy right away. So it's definitely in play.
Let's do this. Let us know how you feel about Kevin O'Connell being the next Vikings head coach. Are you excited? Are you scared? Or are you just drinking yourself silly?
All right. And speaking of drinking, 65 million years ago, dinosaurs drank the same water you're drinking today.